Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how you can add a Google map to your web page. We're just going to add it into this div here, the main div, and we're just going to add it in at the end of the div here. When you built your web page, you could have planned out your div structure so that you created a separate div just for the Google map, but I'm just going to put it inside an existing div. So I'm working in design view here, not in live view, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of returns to give us some space for this map to go in. We're going to head off over to Google, and I've gone to Google Maps. I've typed in a postcode, which is giving me the location that I want. I'm going to click this little menu option here to then go and choose share or embed. This is very similar to Google Chrome as well, these options that are available here. So now that I've got share or embed, I want to choose the embed the map. So it's very important that I choose that option. It gives me the iframe code. I need to make sure it's all selected, and then Command C or Control C to copy it. Okay, now that I've got that, I can go back to Dreamweaver. Where my mouse cursor is currently placed, I can go to Code View. Don't need to click anywhere, the cursor's in the right place, and just do Control or Command V to paste in that iframe code for our Google map. You can change the width and the height for the map by changing these values here. So that's currently 600 pixels wide by 450 pixels high. We'll come back to that in a moment. So there goes my Google map. Now the only thing is that if I want to position it, so I want it to move across on the page, well, what you need to do is you need to create a CSS class. This is almost identical to the YouTube video, embedding a YouTube video that I created. So I'm just going to create plus there to add my own class selector, which this time is going to be called .map. So you can give it any name you like as long as it starts with a full stop. And then I need to apply that class by coming down to the properties inspector, clicking on the map, coming down to the properties inspector and choosing map, so that the class map gets applied here. I can now apply some rules to this class that will then control this element on the page that the class is applied to. In our case, it wants to be layout. So I'm going to come down, change its position to be relative, and then I can change its left value. So we'll go to pixels. Let's make sure that's pixels, not pints. There we go. And I'm just going to increase that to say, let's go for around about 50 pixels, somewhere around about there. And what you have to do is just have to click off and click on the map, and then it gets it to move. So that might be a little bit too much. Let's go down to 40, and you can see that we're sort of positioning it and it's moving around on the page. Just going to do the top as well, so change that to pixels. I'm just going to minus that out again so it moves up a bit. Let's have a look at it in the browser. So I'm just going to save that and save the style sheet that goes with it, and then you can see there's my live Google map, and I can actually click on it and move it around. I can zoom into it, I can switch to satellite view, and it's all coming from Google itself. So like I said, when you go back to Dreamweaver, you can alter the position of your map just by moving these elements around, and it will move the map around on the page as well. So just making sure it's relative, has a class of map, and that class is actually applied to the map element on the page.